Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And as you can see, I'm in the lab another day because there is a lot of things happening in the financial world. They're having meetings at the House of Representatives in Congress talking to crypto personnel, and then they're making FUD with crypto taxes. And we're going to talk about those taxes, ladies and gentlemen. That's days before, and you're wondering why crypto's going down. Well, is this a chance for you to buy the dip? I'm not talking about that today, but we have to talk about the taxes that everyone's afraid of. And welcome. Stop struggling now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here on the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel. And please share the videos. We can help thousands, if not millions of other people, even if it's a single person. That helps out greatly. Now, let's talk about it. On the right-hand side, there's a join button over here on the right-hand side. That's members of the channel. That's how you join. And under the community tab, you receive special messages under the community tab when you are a member of the channel. Not subscriber, but member of the channel by clicking the join button. And on Wednesday Night Lives, you are able to be in the members only chat room. And as a member, you're able to be on any live stream that I have and join me live on the video. So without further ado, let's get into this tax situation because everybody is scared. There is FUD running around, and now you have a crypto crash going on. Is this like the stock market where you're supposed to buy the dips? I believe so, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start back in August when the lawmakers on an infrastructure bill, remember this is your government at work, an infrastructure bill, they're trying to do tax implications as well. That is not supposed to happen. It's supposed to run through committees, and it's supposed to go through the House of Representatives and things like this and talk and discuss. But no, they want to add things into bills. This is how our American government works. I know this is going to be hard for some people to hear, but there's always things like this snuck into bills that messes up citizens' lives. And we've been living with this, and people for some reason keep voting for these same people that do this time and time again, siphoning off your wealth while they sit around and have full health care, have full pension funds, able to get insider trading deals. When the latest, greatest information comes out, they're able to make moves before you can. That is all legal, but yet anything that the American citizen can get, they want their hands all over it to block you from getting your wealth. You think it's fair? I don't. Now, I just wanted to bring this up. All these articles are going to be down below in the description if you want links to it. This was in August, before the infrastructure bill. This also means after all this time, the last 12 years, the government's been playing around, and banking institutions, financial institutions have been playing around talking about crypto is bogus. It's not cool. It's a bad thing. It's going to hurt people. All this and that and the other. But hear it now, because all of a sudden the prices have gotten ridiculous and people are putting hundreds of millions, trillions of dollars into crypto. Now, all of a sudden, we have to do some sort of taxation without any sort of representation. And what I mean by that is we're going to get taxed. They're throwing things into a bill. Then they call up some of the 6 largest companies, I guess, in crypto. That's what they do. And they come before the House Financial Services Committee. But keep in mind, before they came up and discussed this at the House Financial Services Committee, they put something in the infrastructure bill that says brokers have to report by 2023, starting January 2023. That's what's going on around here, ladies and gentlemen. What's a broker? We don't know what a broker is, but what I do know is they are trying to get the people like the Coinbases, the exchanges, to report a 1099 for your taxes. And there are some penalties that if the brokers do not do this, they are under felony charges potentially. So I'm just scrolling through. You guys, again, can have links down below to any of these articles. And I'm going to get into this right here, this infrastructure crackdown bill on crypto tax reporting, November 29th. Here it is, December 9th. People started realizing there's going to be ramifications. And there's going to be ramifications starting now. All right? 2023 is when brokers, as I've highlighted, that what I highlighted is when the brokers start reporting from that point on. But again, the way cryptocurrency works today, that is going to be highly impossible, because unless you're regulated with the United States government, like a Coinbase, a federal entity, as far as I'm concerned, that's what it is. You load up money. You buy crypto. It could be any crypto. It could be USDT. It could be Ethereum. It could be Bitcoin. But after you send it out of there to another location, I guess the other location is also somehow supposed to keep track of it. I don't see how this is going to work out, but I do know one thing. You load up 20,000 to Coinbase, that 20,000 is going to be a situation, taxable potential event. So when that occurs, when you bring out money, they're not going to know what you put your money into, how you made that money. But on the return out, if you come out and say, I got $40,000, that's pretty crystal clear. 20,000 you sent in, 40,000 you brought out. If it was within a year, you're going to owe X amount. If it was after a year, I think you're going to have to pay 20 on that 20,000, some sort of tax event. This other stuff that they're trying to do, because there's now DAOs out here, there's yield, there's rebasing, there's all this stuff, bonds, all that is sitting at another platform. So does that now mean that they're going to make these other platforms all of a sudden have to fall under some sort of regulation? To me, that's what it would mean. But in the meantime, there is no freaking way on the planet to track this. Now, keep in mind, there is something else out here that has to come up. A lot of you have 401ks. Those are regulated industries. You buy crypto in 401ks. Again, since they're reporting any interest, any yield that you're earning on that, and it grows, they will report it, right? So think about this. Crypto right now is going down the tubes because there's so much FUD, there's so much paranoia. Everybody thinks they're about to get screwed. I am one of the few, and I am not a financial advisor. I am not an accountant. I am just common sense. Because I'm going to give you that simple example again. Just because I put money in at Coinbase, the Fed entity, which is regulated, does not mean that I don't send it over to an exchange that is not even in the United States. The exchange that's not in the United States is not going to be regulated by anything. So therefore, any yield, anything I'm earning, how would they know? They would not. And don't let the exchange send me a debit or credit card with the Visa or MasterCard logo, which already exists, by the way. Therefore, that $20,000 that I uploaded to Coinbase, that's it. That's what I invested indefinitely. Meanwhile, I'm going to be pulling money out on the ATM card that has the Visa MasterCard logo. Why in the hell would I bring it back out through a Fed entity? So they can report whatever they want to report, but any yield, anything I'm making, any borrowing or lending, that's not even going to be in their scope. So you know what this means over the next 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, some of our favorite DAOs, some of our favorite places that gives us yield, where you can get loan lending and borrow from at no credit check, no qualifications, they're going to have to come up with laws that are going to restrict that and make them have to regulate. And once you do that, now you're going to be in the banking system, United States banking system. So again, protect yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you have to think about all of your options. And if you're doing crypto, you're going to have to find a crypto tax attorney. That is generally what this is leading up to. Just have to understand, and this article here that I'm going over, crypto tax loophole could be closing soon. Now, I'm going to say again, think about this. You uploaded money on Coinbase. You sent that money to your favorite DA. Well, actually, you sent it to an exchange. That exchange is not going to be reporting a 1099 presently. You're earning rewards every 8 hours. You're earning yield every month, every day. That entity is not reporting to the U.S. federal government. How on earth am I supposed to keep track, one? Number two, how am I supposed to pay this tax when the United States government doesn't even know I have the money and it's yielding and I'm borrowing and I'm buying up some other stuff? Let's get real. All right. Now, I'm not saying dodge taxes. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying they are going down a rabbit hole that they don't even do for our financial industry that is regulated right now. All this information they want does not even exist. If a bank, right? The exchanges, they all are going to send us 1099s. But if you have another entity that you were able to send your money to that's not regulated by the government, they would only be able to tell the government, okay, this person put X amount of dollars in here, but he didn't withdraw. He didn't do anything. He just sent it out, and they're not going to report you sent it out. There's no transactions. So again, I think they're going down a rabbit hole that is very, very dangerous for a government. They shouldn't even be handling this. So anyhow, enough on my speech, because what I wanted to get to was this, because originally they fought over it, and then ultimately I wanted to show you about this hearing that they had where they chose 6 of these companies to come in. They're not talking to regular tax-paying individuals. They don't care about your ass. When are you going to understand it's taxation without representation? You guys aren't getting this yet. So you have to do everything in your power to understand and learn about what they're trying to do with this tax code. I'm trying to have a tax professional on, but they're few and far between. Because why? They're going to be a hot commodity. They don't want to give up any of their information the SSN Nation way to help thousands, if not millions of other people. They want to have compensation. Because this is now going to be a cash cow. Not only for the government, but for CPAs, accountants, anybody in the financial business that's going to be borrowing, lending, who wants to have you make a trust with crypto, all of that. To siphon off your wealth, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So keep this in mind, And that's all I have to pretty much say about this. All the articles are down below. I guess this was more of a speech than talking about the crypto itself. But again, I'm not an accountant. I'm just using common sense here, where it just says, you know what? These guys are biting off way more than they can chew. The government does not create money. You're out here trying to create money, taking the risk. After you take the risk, they're going to come and say, oh, after you took the risk, we're going to take some of that money. You see what I'm saying? This is just not right, ladies and gentlemen, but it's going down. The American system at work. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And right when you think there's a haven that you could say, hey, it's the land of the free and I get to go out here and put my hard-earned money into something, and hell, if it goes up 50% or 20%, 10% or 100 or 1,000%, I get to, make a little money on that. And the government says, not so fast, sir. You are a citizen. And all governments are going to do this exact same thing. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.